Society of Pershing Rifles, it's actually been a national organization since the 1920s. So during that time, when there were regiments, the regiments were stronger than the national organization is today. What we would see is various regimental competitions or regional competitions. And those regional competitions would send their winners on to the national event. So pretty much for approximately 80 years or so, in varying sizes, we've been seeing national events. I very much enjoy watching larger groups perform freeform events because they do have a lot of creativity that they put into it, and they do work very hard to compete in these events and do unique things. Some of the ways that these are judged are based on their uniqueness, based on their flow, whether they move their tempo and adjust it, fast moves, slow moves. You also see a lot of very hard trick movements, whether it's throwing a rifle completely over your shoulder to someone that you can't see, or it's physically raising people off the ground standing on weapons. For that reason, my favorite is the ones where they have more creative aspects to them.
Well, teamwork's everything in a competition like this. Anytime you're doing drill and ceremonies, it's obviously, you've got one leader attempting to get a group of individuals to do the same thing at the same time, or to do different things at the same time within the standards of regulations.
There's a degree of pressure because there's about maybe 15 companies competing, and we're all competing for one slot. Second place isn't good enough for any of us. And also some emotional excitement, because you realize what a big event this is, and you've been preparing this for the whole year. And in our case, we're trying to defend the title. And so we're trying to not only defend it, we're also trying to bring it back to our school. So those are just some of the emotions we feel.
My favorite events are the platoon regulation drill and also the color guards.
Crowd-pleasing part is always the demonstrations where they get to freelance their drill and show off. They perform in specific uniforms that sometimes they've designed to show off their drills, and you get to see some real creativity and innovation in military drill, and that's always the highlight of these for most people.
Without the teamwork, you have no chance of success. And with it, if you're tossing around 8 to 12-pound weapons, you're going to learn to trust the people around you. And if you don't, you're probably going to get hurt.
I find teamwork during competitions very, very important. In precision drill, everything has to be timed perfectly. So not only do you have to be perfectly timed with each other, you got to watch each other to make sure you feed off of each other just little looks at each other, or like you know what they're thinking, so you can move perfectly in sync with each other. I think the biggest reason why ESPN should broadcast this is to let the United States people know that there is a national organization of drill.
I think that it's entertaining for people. I think that the typical civilian is entertained and fascinated by the precision at which military personnel can perform maneuvers.
It would be a showcase for what our future leaders are and who they are that are coming into our service of their country.
I think it's the level of discipline, or the individuals volunteering to be part of a positive organization, and they have a competitive edge or nature when they come out to this type of event.
We have members all around the country. It's easy to build a base of support for this. It's easy to build local and national support for the event and for its ongoing activities throughout the year. And so what a network would build is actually something like a return viewer base. People would see it one year and say, wow, the organization, the company, the unit from my area won. I need to tune in next year and see how they're going to do, see if they're still going to be there. You know, maybe I need to touch base with these people during the year, see how the team is coming.
Go ESPN! Go ESPN! ESPN! ESPN!